Hi, everyone. Welcome to the next session, which is our student panel. You may remember me from another session, but if not, I'll introduce myself one more time. My name is Chris Bush, and I'm the Associate Vice President of Enrollment here at the University of Windsor. I'm going to be your host for today's student panel session. To kick us off, I wanted to start us off with a video from all of our students.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Hassan. I am in my fourth year of the Interdisciplinary Arts and Science program. I'm doing a major in biology and a minor in drama. We are here in the beautiful Windsor Welcome Center. I am one of the student recruitment ambassadors, so we do tours for incoming future students. We also just make sure that you guys are getting a cool look at the University of Windsor and seeing all the amazing stuff that students are doing at the University of Windsor. So follow me. Hey, we've reached Dillon Hall. Dillon Hall is definitely super historic building here on campus. Definitely have a lot of my fourth year classes in this building. Definitely super cool spot, really historic, but also very updated and definitely really cool building. I encourage you guys to check it out. So follow me now, we're gonna head out, we're gonna go to court. So now we're in core. Core is the place for all science students. If you're in the Faculty of Science, you're actually spending a lot of time in this building. Faculty of Science has the lowest student to professor ratio in all of Ontario, which is 1:16. Shout out science, shout out Dr. Hauser. Now, Faculty of Science is only half of my heart. My other half is in the Faculty of Drama, so follow me. We'll head to the Jackman. Let's go. Welcome to the Jackman. The Jackman is home to students within the Faculty of Dramatic Art. So lots of really cool space in here, a lot of really cool projects, a lot of really talented people, a lot of really cool things coming up in the Jackman, so make sure to keep up. Thank you so much for following along with my vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to UWindsor. Make sure to let us know if you want to see more of my life as well as the life of the other student recruitment ambassadors. We'll see you guys soon. Go Lancers.
Hi everyone, my name is Kashali. I'm a third year student in neuroscience here at the University of Windsor. I chose neuroscience because it incorporated biology and psychology, and those were two topics that I was really interested in. And it was a very specialized program that let me kind of study both of what I wanted to, both the things that I wanted to, and I really enjoyed, for like biology, I really enjoyed the whole like application to daily life part of it, and for psychology I really enjoyed how I could understand why people do certain things and how the mind works. One of the great things about the university is that I was able to research in a topic that I don't really study about. Like chemistry is very different from both biology and psychology, but I can still do research in it, and I really enjoy the work that I do here, so let me show you around. Hi everyone, this is my lab. So it's an organic chemistry lab, and let me take you inside and let's do an experiment. Right, so right here I have a reaction that's already been done, and after you finish your reaction you have to work it up. So this is kind of one of the final steps to work up. It's adding magnesium sulfate, which takes out any trace of water, and then we just filter it, and we put our compound on the rotovap right there, and it kind of just leaves you, it takes out all the solvent and leaves you with exactly what you need. It's testing whether a certain agent works to deprotect molecules. So deprotection is like when you put certain groups on the molecule, you want to take them off so you can get your final product. And so we're testing whether this certain method, so it's never been done before, and we're seeing if it works or not, and like how the extent of its ability. So we get to test that out, and it's really cool because it's never been done before, and we're doing it right here at UWindsor. So what's happening here is that we have our solvent in our round bottom, and this right here, the vat that's heated, and so it heats this, the vapor goes up here, it goes through here, and there's ice in this bucket, which cools the water that goes through these spirally tubes. So once the vapor gets here, it cools, which causes it to condense, and that's where the solvent goes in here and added here, so you're only left with your compound at the end. It's all done. Hey everyone, thanks for following me. I hope you had a good time. Make sure you like the video, drop a comment below, and subscribe. And if you are interested in UWindsor, make sure you book a tour because I'm one of the student ambassadors and I could be showing you around campus. So hope to see you soon, and until then, see you.
Hey everyone, my name is Emily. I'm a second-year nursing student here at the University of Windsor, and I'm also a student recruitment ambassador here on campus. So if you want a bird's eye view of the nursing program, follow me. So this is one of the classrooms that I have some of my nursing classes in. This is about the biggest size classroom you would see for nursing at the University of Windsor. It's really nice because you get one-on-one opportunities with your professors, and then there's also graduate and teaching assistants that are able to help as well. Follow me and we'll go to the lab. Alright, so this is one of our practice labs that we have on campus. Students are able to come in here anytime it's open and practice their skills. There's also peer mentors, which are upper year students who are able to help first and second years with any skills they might want. So today I'm going to show you how to do an injection.
Okay, so first we're going to put on our clean gloves. And next I'll be opening up the syringe and needle packet, and I'll attach the needle to the syringe. After I do this, we're going to aspirate air. The amount of air we put into the vial is the same as the amount of medication we're taking out to balance the pressure inside of the vial. So I'm now withdrawing the medication. So I'm now going to tap out any air from the syringe and then place the cap back on the needle. So I'm now taking an alcohol swab, and I'm swabbing from the inside to outside to avoid any contamination. I remove the cap, and since this is a subcutaneous injection, I pinch the skin. I then inject the medication while stabilizing the needle with my other hand and still pinching. I remove the needle and I put the safety cap and throw out all my materials in either sharps or the garbage.
Alright guys, thank you for joining me today for a bird's eye view of a nursing student. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and we look forward to showing you future vlogs. Can't wait to see you on campus.
Hey Lancers, welcome to the University of Windsor. How's it going? My name is Natalia. I'm an international student here at the University of Windsor. I'm currently going into my third year of computer science, and so far my experience here has been absolutely wonderful. The International Student Center offered me a lot of support with my transition to university, and I met my first friend over there, and I'm really grateful for everything they've done for me. The University of Windsor hosts a lot of events and workshops for students to engage in. Most of them happen right here outside Dillon Hall, which is one of my favorite spots. And we have a really active student body, so there's always different activities to do. On residence, specifically in McDonald Hall, in the Science Living Learning community. I had such a great time over there because I got a chance to meet professors and fellow students from my same faculty. One of my favorite places to grab a quick snack in between classes is definitely Odette, because they have a bagel station and it's really popular among students. The School of Computer Science is located right here in Erie Hall, which is where I take most of my classes and labs. Especially when I was the first year, I took half of my classes over at Odette and the other half at Erie Hall. One thing that definitely stands out about UWindsor is the amount of research opportunities offered to undergraduate students, as well as the faculty-student ratio. Favorite spots to study over here at the university has to be Leddy Library, especially in the second floor. The library offers social and quiet areas, so you can find the environment that suits you. a sense of belonging right here in our Windsor family.
Great. I hope you enjoyed those videos as much as I did. So now we go into the next session of our program today, and I want to introduce the panelists that are going to be here to answer your questions. First, I'd like to introduce Ashley, who's our Student Ambassador Coordinator. She's going to be asking our panelists all your questions. Ashley is a proud UWindsor alumni, graduating from the Communications, Media, and Film program, and also specialized in digital journalism. She's originally from London, but she now calls Windsor her forever home. As a Student Ambassador Coordinator, she works with our fantastic ambassador team, connecting with current and future Lancers. Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you, Chris. And I'd like to thank all of the student ambassadors. Those videos were wonderful. And now we'd like to move on to the question portion of this. So one thing I think is really important for our future students is if you could provide them a piece of advice for something that you wish you knew transitioning from high school to university. And we'll start off with Hassan, if you could answer that.
For sure. So I think for me, the biggest piece of advice I would give you is, during your transition to university, you're going to learn about a lot of different resources that are available at the university. I would really take the time to go through and really familiarize yourself with all those resources and actually take advantage of those resources because they are there to help you. Don't just kind of push off to the side, actually take advantage of those and use those resources because it makes the transition to university a lot easier, but it also just makes your experience a lot more fun.
Wonderful. Thanks, Hassan. Emily, what about you?
So my one piece of advice would be to go to professors' office hours. Since we're online, they're going to be virtual, but they still do have office hours. Office hours is a really great chance just to talk to your professors and actually get them to know your name and make sure that you have that connection with them. Even if you're looking for research opportunities later down the road, your professors are great to talk with.
Fantastic. Thanks, Emily. Natalia, what is your one piece of advice?
So I think my one piece of advice is just enjoy your time here at the university and use all of the resources the university gives out because they're actually really helpful and they're going to make your time here a lot better.
Thanks, Natalia. Kushali, what about you?
For me, the biggest piece of advice is also something that I really regret not doing would be apply for scholarships. Even if you feel like you don't need them, actively look out, use your UWin site to apply for scholarships. Not only does it help make that paying tuition a lot better, but you can also put it on your resume and it looks good as well.
Great, thanks, Kushali. I have another group question that came in through the chat. What is a typical class like? And because you are all in different programs, that will look very different. So we'll start with Natalia this time.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sorry about that, Natalia. Could you describe what a typical class is like in computer science?
Oh yeah, for sure. So our classes normally are really big and you get, first you get a lecture and our professors are amazing. And if you actually attend to office hours, they're a lot easier. And I think for most of it, we do our practical coding part in our labs. So definitely take advantage of that. And yeah.
Great, thanks, Natalia. Emily, what does an average class look like in nursing?
So for nursing, the class size is actually pretty small. There's only 120 students in the program, so that's the biggest class size you would have in the nursing program. So typically you get your lecture from the professor and you go to lab and usually practice whatever the lecture or something related to it. And then you get to go to clinical, which is your place in the hospital or in the community. You actually get to do the skills on patients.
Thanks, Emily. Kushali, what about BCN? What does a typical course look like there?
So for us, our first and second year classes are usually big, and then they get smaller as you get more specialized. But earlier on, you're taking more your general courses, so you take your biologies, your chemistries, your physics, and that's very lecture style. But then after lectures, we also have labs where we do the practical component of what we learned in class.
Awesome. Thank you. Hassan, you are completing a double major. So what does that look like?
It's kind of crazy a little bit. So like my day will like start in like a traditional science class like Ushali and like Natalia. Like it's very much so like you have those large classrooms, you have your lectures, and then you're going to go to lab afterwards. But also the other part of my day is spent in drama classes, which are completely different. Drama classes are much smaller, and it's much more hands-on. It's not really lecture style. It's more like you're doing activity-based. So it's totally different, but it's super fun and super awesome.
Natalia, I have a question for you. How was your transition moving to Canada and to the University of Windsor?
So my transition was, I think, really easy because of the International Student Center. They helped me a lot with my visa application, and then with transitioning to a Canadian educational system. And my roommate, the roommate I had in residence, really helped me out a lot with my studies and my courses and stuff like that. So it was really nice, and I'm really happy about it.
Great. Thanks, Natalia. Emily, this one is for you. I know that you have taken some online courses. So what is your online course experience?
Yeah, so I've taken 5 online courses so far. I haven't had a bad experience with one yet. I find that I actually almost like them better because I get to study from my house, which I'm really comfortable in. And I also get to balance it out with my work schedule. I haven't really taken any courses during the school semester. I've taken them in the summer only so far, but I've really enjoyed them.
Thanks, Emily. Kushali, this question is for you from the viewers. How can students get involved with research opportunities?
So this is a great question. There's a lot of different ways you can get involved with research. So what I did was I reached out to my prof myself, and I know a lot of my friends have done that as well. So what you can do is look up these professors on your faculty website, see what kind of research they do. And if you're interested in it, you can email them and ask them if there's any availability. That's one way to do it. Another way is that sometimes your clubs in your faculty, so such as in science, we have our undergraduate chemistry club. They'll hold different events where researchers can come in and present, and then you have the opportunity to kind of mingle with the researchers and see if the lab would be a good fit. And then the third option is through the Outstanding Scholars Program. For those of you that don't know what that is, you get paid to do research here on campus. So if you're not already a part of it in your first year, you can still apply to be a part of it in going into your second year. And that's also another really great way to be able to find a research placement.
Thanks, Kushali. The next question is for Hassan. What is your favorite part of being a Lancer?
I think my favorite part about being a Lancer is the community environment that comes with coming to the University of Windsor. Because we're a mid-sized university, it's really easy to meet a lot of people around campus, and just walking around campus, you get to say hi to people that you know, and it's just a really cool community environment. Everyone is really there for each other, which is really nice. It's kind of like a big family, which is really cool.
Yeah, you know, that question was directed for you, Hassan, but I would like to get everyone's input on that. Just a quick sentence of what is your favorite part about being a Lancer? Emily, what about you?
Yeah, for sure. So my favorite part about being a Lancer is all of the opportunities that the school gives us, like research opportunities, and even just to join clubs and societies on campus. There's over 150 of them. So just really getting involved and making that experience just a little bit better.
Great, thanks. Natalia?
I think my favorite part about being a Lancer is just the sense of belonging I have here. It's definitely a really tight community, so we call ourselves like a family. You get to know a lot of people because it's not a really big university, and there's a lot of ways you can get involved in, and everyone is really nice and helpful.
Thanks, Natalia. And Kushali, what about you?
I would definitely agree with the opportunities. I've gotten so many different opportunities here, especially because it's a medium-sized university, and I've seen myself grow so much as not only like a student, but also a leader, a researcher, and I'm just really grateful for that, and that's a reason why I really love it here at UWindsor.
Thanks, Kushali. And Natalia, this question's for you. You lived in residence, so what was your favorite part about residence?
So for me, I lived in the science living learning community, and that was really nice because I got a chance to meet some professors. We had events with them, and also just getting to meet people from your same classes and living with them. You had the chance to study with them too, so that was really helpful. And yeah, you create a really a really great community within like the science community that I lived in. So I would really encourage every student to apply for their living learning community.
Thanks, Natalia. Emily, if a student wanted to contact their professor, do you have a recommendation on how the best way to approach that would be?
Yeah, so if you wanted to contact your professor, the best way would probably be via email. All the professors do have UWindsor emails, and they usually get to them within 24 hours. Another way would also be if you want to attend their virtual office hours again. Every professor does have office hours on campus, so you can also do that as well.
Thanks, Emily. Just looking for the next question here. How many hours per week do you spend studying, or do you recommend spending studying? And Hassan, I'll direct this one toward you.
So in terms of like studying, I think it's based off of, I mean, everyone's study schedule is going to be different, but I think the recommended approach to it is, I think you should take it as every hour you spend in the class, I think you should probably take 2 hours after class to review that material, do practice. So definitely being in university it's a full-time job. And it's a lot of work, but definitely it's going to be I think the tassel is worth the hassle. So it's definitely worth the work.
And this is for, let's touch base with all of you on this question. What about your experiential learning opportunities? So whether it be co-op, internship, or some sort of interactive part of your program. And we will start with Kushali.
So I haven't really done any internship or co-op opportunities, but what I do in lab can be counted as an internship placement. So the research you do, you can actually, the time you spend in a lab can actually go towards a credit. So that's a possibility in the Faculty of Science. But another really cool opportunity that I've had that I want to touch upon is I actually had the chance to go to Costa Rica with the Dean of Science. And you can do that for a credit as well. You can learn about the different things about the environment in Costa Rica, the rainforest, stuff like that. And it's not only fun, you also get to learn more. And the best part is you get a credit for doing that.
Great, thanks, Kushali. Emily, what about you?
So in nursing, we take labs once a week or sometimes twice a week in first year, where you basically get to practice on mannequins, any of the skills that you have to learn. And then you go to clinical once a week as well up until your fourth year, and then it's like a full-time job. And you get to actually practice those skills on real patients. So.
Great, thank you. Natalia?
For me, as a computer science student, I think women in cybersecurity has definitely helped me a lot to develop skills for the workplace. You get a chance to meet a lot of professors and then work with them, and they get to advise you based on your coding or just any question in general. And you get a lot of practice, and that also happens in the Computer Science Society. So that's really helpful, and that's how I've been practicing my coding skills.
Wonderful. Thanks, Natalia. Hassan?
So definitely within the Faculty of Science, there's lots of research opportunities. But in terms of the Faculty of Drama, there's a really cool opportunity. There's something called the University Players Production Company, where a lot of students are actually able to take the things they're learning in the classroom and actually apply it to a real production. And they do different productions throughout the year, which are really, really high quality, amazing productions that all students have an opportunity to get involved with. So definitely a lot of really cool opportunities in drama as well as in science.
Great, thanks, Hassan. We've touched base a lot about what your specific programs look like in the classrooms. I'd like to use the last 2 minutes to talk about some involvement you have had outside of the classroom, but still on campus, whether that be with the different clubs or societies, or organizations or campus partners. So we are going to start with Kushali.
So there's definitely, like Emily said, there's a lot of clubs on campus and there's something for everyone. Personally, what I did was I joined Science Society. So we're like your student council. And I highly recommend it to like all incoming science students. It's a great way to get to know upper year science students, get to know what your faculty is about. And it's also just a lot of fun as well. And then something else I did was I joined SOS, which is Students Offering Support, and they hold free exam sessions for students. So I was a marketing rep for that in my first year. I also joined a lot of other clubs like Friends of MSF, so Doctors Without Borders. Yeah, and it's just like little things that I was really interested in that I wanted to find out more about. And those are the kind of clubs that I joined in my first year.
Great, thanks. What about you, Emily?
So in my first year, I joined Outstanding Scholars, which is an undergraduate research club we have on campus where starting in your second year, you get to do research with the professor. So now I'm currently doing research. I also joined the Blood Club on campus, which is basically Canadian Blood Services. So we work for our blood drives on campus. In my first year, I also volunteered with nursing for the fall and the spring open house, as well as Head Start, where we got to chat with prospective students and kind of help them in their transition.
Great, thank you. And I kind of pushed that out, so I'm sorry to cut the other two students off, but that is the time.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Ashley and the whole student ambassador team for taking time out of your weekend to answer questions that students have been asking via the question and answer period. So this is concluding our UWindsor student panel. If you would like to meet with any of the panelists, I would encourage you to once again come over to the Lancer Lounge to continue the conversation with all our student ambassadors. They'll be there answering your questions for the next little while. With that, thank you very much and have yourself a great day.